expression of emotion or expression of certain feelings. There is also a very fundamental aspect to Bharatanatyam, which is storytelling. And that's rooted in Hindu spirituality, Hindu philosophy, and religion. And it has to do with the Hindu deities and the stories that revolve around the Hindu deities. And Bharatanatyam is rooted in this kind of storytelling, where the dancer will then enact a particular story relating to a particular deity, for example.
So where did you find your love and passion for dance and Bharatanatyam?
You know, if I tell you where it started,
Right.
yeah, I was very young, and I think it was a 1972 movie, although I was born a year later. It was a movie called Pakiza.
Right.
And you know, in those days we used to watch movies on a projector screen and
Right.
all of that.
So did you see this in the cinema, or
I
was
saw
it
this, no, at home.
at home on a
At home,
on a projector?
you know, my
Okay.
father had brought it home.
Did you have a bed sheet as the screen?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
right. I know
yes,
the one.
precisely. And had this bed sheet, and now the projector is going, and we're watching this amazing Pakiza, as you know, Meena Kumari.
Right.
And after I watched that movie, I couldn't stop whirling and twirling, and I would take scarves and put it on my head and dance around. And I remember it started then, you know, and it didn't stop from then. Although I suppose my father did see and my mom did see that I had a particular affinity towards dancing. And so when we went to Cape Town and they found a teacher there, they just jumped at the opportunity to take me for these classes.
So
And-
so would you say, you know, you were born with a gift?
Yeah, I would say, I think maybe a certain internal passion towards the arts.
And mum and dad
Definitely.
picked it up because your mum is Mrs. Savitri Singh and your dad is the famous Dr. Sureka Singh, is the orthodontist,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you were a young girl
Yeah.
dancing around home, and they obviously saw something there.
Yeah, they saw something. You know, I used to just dance all the time, and I would take the scarf and, you know, pretend I was, you know, from Pakiza and this beautiful dancer. And then they obviously picked up on that, you know. And obviously, and when I went to Cape Town, when my father shifted to Cape Town, he was studying orthodontics there.
Around what year was this, right?
So this was very early on. Maybe it was 1982 sometime, or 83 there.
So you're around
I must
9,
have
10
been 9, 10 years
Okay.
old. And then we shifted to Cape Town, and my father wanted me to go for some type of classes after school that was related to our culture.
Right.
You know, our traditions, our culture. He wanted me to learn about that, you know.
And you obviously wanted to learn about it too.
No, I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. And so this was a wonderful opportunity, and there I found myself standing in front of my teacher, Srimati Savitri Naidu's door. And I mean, I haven't looked back since, you know.
So from around the age of 10, when you met your teacher, Srimati Savitri Naidu in Cape
Yes.
Town, you know, what was that, you know, the first couple of lessons like when you were learning the art form?
Oh no, she was very strict.
Yeah.
So it was absolutely wonderful, the best experience of my life. But she was very strict. So we had to go for classes, you know, twice a week, 3-hour classes. Each class was 3 hours long, and we would have to learn from scratch. And she didn't only teach the technical aspects, she also taught us the theoretical aspects, and she taught us how to appreciate dance.
So she gave you an
in a very-
understanding of it, right?
Yes, a very grounded understanding of it.